Omar Ta Satt, greetings to you, highlight. Many cosmic children incarnate on Earth, and I am a galactic child myself. With this in mind, I would like to share my experience of dealing with cosmic souls in human vessels. You must know that these special individuals are usually very old, wise souls, but also young, quite unexperienced souls who want to gain experience in order to grow in soul nature. Cosmic children are usually very sensitive, even highly sensitive, and feel more than other people. Many children born now also see more than ordinary, or shall we say, blinded people. Parents who bring cosmic children into the world are usually faced with immense challenges because they don't know how to deal with them. Some cosmic children choose families that stay completely in 3D to experience particularly difficult issues or soul tasks, all in the spirit of soul growth. But how do you deal with such special souls? I myself am already living on the new earth in the golden age, and I share my lived experiences in a fantastic series of books that resonate with the energy of golden oneness. The written works can be found on Amazon. I won't go into detail about the books as I have uploaded my own post about some of my books on this channel. Feel free to look for what you're looking for on my channel. But these books are more for conscious people in cosmic contemplation who are motivated to persevere by the stories that I have actually experienced, as the new age is already activated and I am already living in it. And that is why the cosmic children are so important. We need every awakened individual to draw the new time to us. Unlike many other cosmic children, I was not blessed with open senses to infinity, but had to go through a hard maturation process to open clairvoyance, clairaudience, and clairsentience. I share all these insights and experiences in my book series. I am actually assigned to the indigo children, but I don't feel that is appropriate for me, because I see myself as a cosmic child, actually a crystal child, because I can perceive and recognize my own aura, and it seems to be partly crystalline around me. Children who are being born now, also known as crystal children, often come from higher dimensions to help humanity on Earth with their extraordinary abilities. These children carry their bright light out very strongly and have extremely big hearts. As many people who live in delusion cannot really handle this light, it is very difficult for these children to live here in the density, as they have to face a lot of resistance. That's why this article is a help for all parents, aunts, grandmas, grandpas, or other people who have a lot to do with children and want to support them so that they can help us all with their light in this time. We need these children, and it is important that their channels remain open, that their hearts are recognized and remain whole, and that these children can experience that there are people who will listen to them and, more importantly, understand them. I myself came into contact with children who had extremely high cosmic consciousness within them, but had to close it again because they could no longer withstand the external pressure of 3D society. These children I was in contact with also gave up their magical abilities to simply survive in the density of 3D. Therefore, we as humans should approach the matter differently in order to be able to offer help to these children. It is important to know beforehand what it means to be born as a crystal child and what distinguishes these people from others. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about this and give you some tips, but I was interrupted by my Pleiadian mom because she wants to talk to people to share her Pleiadian views with the human world. Because from the earthly perspective, there are already enough speakers, authors, or people who deal with this. But it is important to be able to recognize cosmic or crystal children from another consciousness, and that is why my Pleiadian mom spoke. As I said, I am already living on the new earth in the golden age and receiving daily visits from extraterrestrials. Today, my Pleiadian mommy is literally and truly with us, and this post is also enriched with Pleiadian, kind, gentle energy, so that you can experience with all your senses. You can hear, but you can also see. For particularly clairvoyant people will see colors, structures and patterns flowing out of their technical devices as they listen to this message. My contributions can always be heard and felt with all the senses. And now let's begin. I feel the pressure that my galactic mother is already building up. For Pleiadians can be very possessive, and when things are urgent and they want to have their say. My mom is sitting next to me, and I now give her the opportunity to speak to the human world. Dear humans, they call me Raya. I am the cosmic mom of Pleiadian. Our daughter fills us with great pride as she mediates between the spheres, constantly trying to use her own great Pleiadian heart to make the world in which you all live better. I have been watching my daughter. I do this almost all the time, as I am also one of her main guides. I watched her and noticed that she was trying to help people deal with cosmic or galactic children. My daughter has chosen the term crystal children, and I will continue to use it in order to stay within your focus. But there are many different types of these cosmic incarnated souls. It would take up too much of the time if I were to go into more detail here. So we will just stick with the term cosmic children or crystal children. It is true that you humans have recognized that children with special abilities, but also with a lot of light, have incarnated and are still incarnating. Again and again, new souls in higher dimensions are being prepared and trained for their appearance on Earth. Yes, they really are in school to prepare themselves. The practice then follows from the moment of conception and implantation in the womb of the Earth Mother. From this point on, the soul already gathers knowledge, because the pregnancy itself also shapes each individual human being, both the mother and the child in the womb. People who are already awakened and in cosmic consciousness already know that they will not be giving birth to an ordinary child in human terms, but to a child who comes into the world explicitly to be a pioneer for new levels. These parents can speak openly to their children, listen to them on another level of consciousness and support them. They are also prepared to be cautious in the other world, to disguise themselves a little more. For your humanity is not yet fully open to these children, or rather not yet open in human society. There are certainly improvements, but you are still changing. You are in the midst of change, if you like, and you souls, all those who listen to my words, are also pioneers. Know that your earthly situation is very much like that of the Pleiades. Ages ago, we Pleiadians also experienced a change. We too were allowed to rise from lower behavior, even from war, to now float in the seventh level of consciousness. We have left the lower life behind us and are with you to support you with your experiences. You are still at the beginning of your journey. But with the awakening itself, you have given your spark the fire it needs. It is already on its way, and there is no turning back. You are in the midst of awakening, and more people are answering this call that you are making collectively and through all the healing work. In the future, there will be mass events in the spirit of light, as well as public meditations and preparations. But there is still a long way to go. My daughter is already showing you what it is like to live in the golden age and sharing these experiences with you. I myself keep appearing in the books because I had to re-educate my daughter on earth through love and a gentle admonition to behave differently in order to be able to live with and among us here on earth, in your shared time spectrum. It's always up to you first. But that's not what I want to talk about today. Today I want to talk about your crystal children, or the cosmic seed. Many of these children are born with clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, but also truly visible abilities. Care must be taken with them. The next generation of cosmic children will have more abilities, as it would simply be too much for you if a kindergarten child were to let their apple float out of their pocket at snack time. This is not yet fully possible, and the Cosmic Council has surely taken this into account. Lots of children will unlock their abilities when it is good and right to do so. My daughter Bella Isis is in the process of reactivating her own magical abilities and in turn teaching others how to open up themselves. For most of you have forgotten. I will not repeat how my daughter teaches you here, for I have told you enough, and if your interest is truly awakened, you will begin your search on your own. On the one hand, your new generation is a reflection of a society that is collapsing. You have children who have to live out their seemingly lower behavior again. Is this intentional, or an agreement on a soul level? Yes and no, but free will must always be taken into account. Much more needs to be transformed before the souls of these pure children can really come into their power. They are with you and among you to support you in your change, with cosmic structures, with light, and with crystalline patterns. But some people have to dim their light because they encounter resistance from the outside. For these high souls in the human body, this is a very difficult process to understand. I am not talking about understanding with the mind. I am talking about understanding with the heart. And I also see this process with my daughter Pleiadian, as she is also going through a phase right now where she really has to and should dim her light to the outside and can only shine when she is lonely or withdrawn, because your outside is not quite able to handle it yet. She has also had to learn that she needs to contain the openness of the Pleiadian in order to survive on the outside. This is like a prison for my daughter. I see it in her and around her. She reflects some of this sadness in her aura. I look into her heart, and it is suffering. So I would like to say her now, to my cosmic child, the same words that I say to you, who are very challenged when dealing with cosmic or crystal children. And you know, it is also a challenge for me as a mother to see my child suffer when she cannot or is not allowed to shine openly. It is an unnatural state, and that's how it feels for many children. You, who are open to these children, can encourage them in their actions and be a good listener to the sadness they often feel. Tell them that they are not alone and that it is normal to feel this way. They really are special. Carefully tell the children that the world is not yet open enough to their big hearts and love, but that you are open to them. Listen to what they have to say, what they are experiencing, how they are feeling, and give them a sense of understanding. Many children just don't understand why they feel so out of place when the opposite is the true case. The light of these children is needed. You knew before incarnation that the first generations of children of light would face great challenges, and that it would become easier and easier for those to follow. You are all pioneers of light, all of you who listen to my words. Each light of each individual is very important. So it is important to make the children understand that you can understand them, even with your heart, but that they still have to be careful on the outside. It is important to accompany the children with your understanding and patience. Tell them that they can be free in your presence, but that it is better to be silent with people who do not yet understand. It is difficult for children to keep secrets, but it is easier for them when they have an awakened contact. You can exchange ideas on higher levels and vibrations and perceive each other with all your senses. Advise these children to be careful and cautious. When these children are with you, give them support and an open heart. Explain to them that many people are not yet ready to deal with these heightened modes of perception, and that these children are the pioneers. It is your job as awakened ones to protect these children and provide them with security and understanding. For many cosmic souls still feel as if they are on another planet on planet Earth, and ultimately that is because they are. Support these children. Help them maintain their purity and their true childlikeness. Help them to protect their hearts from the hurts that still come from the outside. Make sure these children find support from you and don't feel so alone or excluded. It is truly an abnormal state of being for these individuals. They have probably been prepared for this path in the dense 3D plane in long training courses, and yet many souls are in shock. You humans like to say that theory and practice are two different things, to use your language. Yes, many are in shock, and it is up to you to assist them in this mental dilemma. The next generation of incarnated star children will be able to communicate even more intensely and directly with their cosmic family. The telepathic abilities are becoming more pronounced and direct. Humans are becoming more and more conscious, and eventually the last illusionist's house of cards will collapse, because they will no longer be able to explain the external circumstances that you, the pioneers of light, have created in order to continue to survive in their illusion. At this point, at the latest, the time of revelation has come. But it's still up to you, dear shining lights of truth. It is up to you to manifest your light and your cosmic consciousness, and it is through your lived truth that the bigger picture is formed. All that is built in peace and love for the good of all will shape your present and therefore your future. It's up to you to shine your light. It is up to you to manifest peace within yourself, to reflect it outwards. It is up to you to support people and the cosmic children in the same way. With this in mind, on behalf of the Pleiadians, I wish you much strength to remain true to yourself and to your inner truth and harmony itself, and to bring your being outwards to build a new world that already exists. The new world is already here, dear humans, and we Pleiadians are showing you what it's like by offering our proteges the opportunity to share their experiences with the world. Know that the Pleiadians are with you and will support you in your positive intention if you choose. Know that our being resonates with yours and resonates with your positivity. We are with you, and so is our light. Thank you, thank you, thank you.